So, I feel tired. Anyways, I just wanted to express this concern I have. And I'm pretty sure, I know a lot of people are aware of it, but the Bronx is so dangerous. I used to live in the Bronx practically majority of my life. I lived in the Bronx for about 28 years. Then I moved out. And sometimes I go back to the Bronx because I would very rarely pick up shifts there, just as a favor, for a former manager of mine. But I'm at the point where I can't even work there. I can't work at that area. The Bronx has always been, pretty dangerous. But I feel like now it's gotten to a point where it's like I really feel like I'm gonna get stabbed, murdered, robbed, even raped at any minute. I was working at a gas station in the Bronx a few days ago on Memorial Day. And I haven't been there in such a long time because, the company I was working for, I'm trying to get out. I don't really want to be a part of it anymore. But I have some managers there that I have good relationships with. So I like to do favors for them, look out for them, see how they're doing. So I did a favor and I worked on Memorial Day for a former manager of mine, and it was not good. I was literally worried the entire time I was there. So I'm just working, right? And a lot of people come in there, like the theft in these stores are insane. And the place does kind of matter because where I'm living now, when I was working at a gas station and where I'm currently living, there was rarely any theft. It was so rare. So rare. For the most part, there wasn't really any fights or weirdness going on. You get your occasional weird people from time to time, but not as much as how it was in the gas station in the Bronx. So I'm working and I'm in the register, and some guy comes in. He's young. He looked like he could be about 20, 21. I would say 21. So I'm taking a customer and I see him on the corner of my eye, just, standing there. And I'm very attentive, very aware of my surroundings. I'm always just watching, I kind of have to because I'm taking guests. But, yeah, I noticed he just comes up, like, all right, so the customer leaves that I finished bringing up, and he's just standing there, like, not saying nothing. He's just squinting his eyes, and he has a hoodie on, and it was hot that day. If you're in New York City, it was actually very, very warm and humid that day. So I didn't really think nothing much of him, but when I looked at him, he was just squinting his eyes, and something seemed off. But I'm like, all right, maybe he's high or something, whatever. You know how it is, the kids nowadays. Well, he's not a kid, but So I asked him, I'm like, do you need any help? And he's like, are you here by yourself? He was like, is there a supervisor or a manager here with you? And I'm like, first of all, that's already like ringing alarms to me. Why are you asking me if I'm by myself? So that's something you should be aware of when somebody asks you that and you're at work. If you're by yourself, they're already planning to do something that's not good. And I'm like, no, I'm not alone. I have my coworker in the back. And he's like, and I'm like, did you want to apply for a job or something? Because, maybe sometimes they'll ask for a manager because they want to, they're looking to get hired, right? And he's like, oh, no. And he just kind of walks away. But he doesn't leave the store. He's just lingering around. And I'm already worried because it's just like, you asked me if I was by myself. The store is empty at this moment. I'm in the Bronx. I'm in a very dangerous area in the Bronx, the South Bronx. Oh my God. What happened? Like I said, the Bronx has always been dangerous, but I feel like right now it's at a point where no F's are given. Like, anything is very possible when you're in the Bronx. And I've lived there for 28 years. And I haven't been there for like a while. I'm rarely in the Bronx. So just going back and seeing what's going on and how people are behaving, it's at a point where it's like nobody cares anymore over there. They will hurt you by any means to get what they want. And it's crazy. Like, don't be aware of your surroundings. Be highly aware of your surroundings when you're in the Bronx. Carry protection for yourself, especially the woman, because I'm noticing a lot of these people are like, they're looking for the right prey, right? And so anyways, he's just walking around, and then he stops, and he's just standing somewhere. He's just standing there. He's not doing anything. So I go to my coworker in the back, and she's a grown woman. And I'm telling her, I told her what happened. And I'm like, do you ever have anyone asking you if you're in a store by yourself? She was like, yeah, sometimes. And I'm just like, yeah, that kid just asked me that, and he's just standing there. Like, if you were gonna steal something, just steal it. You have the opening. Like, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna kill myself for a company. You're gonna steal, just do it. Like, I can't do anything about that, right? But he's just like he had so many openings to just get away with it, but he wasn't leaving. So that worried me. So I'm like, what is he trying to do? Like, he has an ulterior motive. So I'm telling her, and we're looking at the cameras, and we see him in the cameras. He's just standing there. So she decides to go out herself, and she's a tall chick. Like, you will not mess with her. she looks like she'll beat up a man or something. But she went out there, and I was looking at the cameras as she went out there. He just looked at her, nodded, and just ran out the store. Like, he zoomed out that store. He walked so fast, and I was just like, what the hell was he trying to do? So I go to her, I'm like, that was the most craziest thing I've ever seen. As soon as he saw you, he just zoomed out. And I'm texting my manager this, and I'm like explaining to him what was going on. And he's like, yeah, he probably saw you as an easy prey, and who knows what he was plotting. Who knows? And that scares me, because prior to that, a coworker who works there, she's a girl, she's so young, she's like 18, 19. My managers were checking the camera, and you just see a guy, I think he had a knife behind his back, and he was it looked like he was asking her if he could get a free coffee, and he's just holding it on his back. And it's just like, this really worries me and scares me. Like, Working in the Bronx, being in the Bronx, living there, it's not safe. Like, this is not safe. I've never witnessed it like this before. And I was, oh man, it's just so backwards in this world right now. I know it's not everywhere, but like, it's, it's crazy. Like, another thing happened that day. There's this thing going on where a bunch of bikers just come into gas stations, and I was getting rushed at the register, but I already know what they're trying to do. They're trying to like confuse me so they can steal things and like, you know, just get away with shit. If you work at a gas station and like wherever this is happening, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And so I'm getting rushed in the front, and I'm telling a lady, I'm kind of scared because I'm like, I'm a girl, I'm a woman. There's only so much I can do. I don't know if these guys are gonna hurt me. Like, it's just craziness. Like, it's like I'm working and in fear. You know, I'm worried and I'm scared and I'm afraid while I'm working, and it shouldn't be that way. But I'm telling the other lady she's waiting too. She was waiting for a while, but these guys are just coming like from every corner, and I'm in the register by myself. And I apologized to her. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Um, because she's waiting long. She was like, oh no, it's no worries. Um, these guys probably have to be somewhere. And she was just talking to one of them, and she was like, be careful out there. Be careful with the cops. Be safe. Protect yourselves. And that just made me think, like, do you know what these guys are doing? Like, it sounded like she was trying to, like, defend them and protect them. And, God bless everyone. I want everyone to be safe, but they're causing chaos. It just felt so weird. It's just, I was just telling my boss, I'm like, it's just so backwards here. It's like doing bad is being defended. Like, why is this type of behavior being defended? Why is this okay right now? Like, this is not safe. And I was telling my manager, I'm like, you have to get more guys in here because this is scary. And of course, he's working on it and he's fully aware. And I'm worried for my manager. I'm worried for everyone, man or female, people who are just trying to work, having to work in these circumstances. Like, the Bronx has just gotten to a place where it's like, it's too much. You cannot not see what's going on. Now it's like really in your face. The Bronx is bad. The Bronx is not safe. And I just want to really, I always pray for everyone in the planet, but really pray for the people in the Bronx. Please, like, pray to God and, stay out of trouble. Just keep working on yourself and connecting with God and asking God to just help you through this, because I can't imagine living there now. I cannot imagine living there now. I would literally be fearing for my life every day. I was already like, I was telling my boss, I'm like, I don't think I could come here to work anymore because this is scary. Like, I don't feel safe. Like, I have to keep worrying about who's coming in, what's gonna happen, is something gonna happen to me, am I gonna get hurt, is my coworker gonna get hurt, am I gonna witness something crazy? Like, it's just not okay. Like, this is really not okay. So yeah, the Bronx has just gotten to a whole nother level, and I'm sorry it's so dark in here and you can't see me. It must be weird seeing me talk in the dark, but I just needed to like really let that out. A lot has to change, and it's not just in the Bronx, it's in, around the world. There's just a lot of places that are people are just suffering in, and it's just scary, and it's just not safe, and this has to come to an end. And my boss was telling me, he was like, yeah, it's just when you're here, the pain and the suffering is just so loud. people are just going crazy. They're going crazy because they're afraid too. And we really need to connect with God more than ever. If you watch my videos, please start serving God. All you need to do is serve God. It's like a ripple effect. You know, it's not easy. It's scary out there. And I really care for the safety of others. I really do. Just stay prayed up and protect yourselves and stay safe. Stay out of trouble. If you don't feel safe at your job, don't be there. I was gonna do another favor for my boss tomorrow, but I told him, I was like, hey, listen, I don't want to be there. Like, I'm sorry, like, I just can't. It's just I can't do it. Anyways, yeah. Just please pray for others, not just in the Bronx, but around the world, because there's a lot of craziness going on. You know, I'm grateful that I made it out of the Bronx. I mean, I'm in a much more safer area, definitely a lot more peaceful, but still, I can't help but to worry about others in the planet. It's just crazy, and it's scary out there. So please pray for everyone. Please pray for everyone's safety and protection, and pray for everyone who's in just a lot of deep pain and suffering, to have God help them release it and remove it from them. You know, it's causing them to do, you know, bad things. And yeah, it's pretty scary. But stay safe, and I just wanted to share that. God bless.